daily wellness shot. Tough Mother apple cider vinegar wellness shot. Still taking these daily, and I feel so refreshed after I take it, which is why I keep going back. I'm actually a monthly subscriber, and if you go to their website, I think you get like 10 or 15% off of your like subscription order bottle. Highly recommend it because it just comes exactly when I need it to. I can pause it, I can speed it up. On top of that, Tough Mother is a woman-owned company, and they've also sent me some of their apple cider vinegar green tea, which I also highly recommend. It is very tasty. All right, let me just go ahead and take this. It's the good stuff. Sorry, not sorry, but I love showing off things that my mom not only gave me, but she made. These are hand towels that we have in our kitchen. You just kind of hang them anywhere you want, and of course it's very convenient right under the sink. It's sustainable because you use less paper towels, and you shouldn't really wipe your hands with paper towels anyways, unless you're trying to get something like completely gunky off. But I do find that I'm regularly using these. I have a bunch, so when they get kind of like gross, I can just toss it into the washing machine, replace it, and then when it's washed, I just place it. Essentially, I place it over here in the island. It's not as frequently used, so I essentially like kind of switch these two back and forth with ones under the sink whenever they need to be washed. All right, my microwave, it's like so angry at me. This morning we have some corn chowder, and I put some mozzarella on top of it because you can't go wrong without cheese in the morning. Today is August 5th. Happy start to the new month. It's Friday, it is 8:30. I already went to the gym this morning. I actually had planned to film me at least going to the gym, but when I woke up, I was like in no mood whatsoever. So decided to go off camera and just kind of get situated this morning. I did have a good workout, so there's that. Staying a little bit quiet this morning because Justin is actually on night shift, so he actually just got in as I was finishing up my workout this morning. He's passed out right now in bed. I meant to vlog essentially all week, but I will definitely say it was a week filled with a lot of ups and downs. To be honest, I had almost like a high after our success from Nabi Bakehouse's first kind of farmers makers market. I don't even think I recapped it that well because I was just so mentally exhausted, and I didn't even get the footage that I really wanted because it was so busy, which is great. I mean, it's a great problem to have. If anyone came by the Plants Alive Makers Market in Silver Spring this past weekend, thank you so much. And don't worry, we will be popping up again in the future, and hopefully at a place near you. Shout out to Gina because it was really nice to really see her be so happy and excited that strangers really liked her baked goods. I even am wearing a shirt that Justin picked up at the Plants Alive Makers Market by another small business owner. They screen printed this really cute monstera plant and then got some more in the back. We're both trying to support more small businesses and stray away from fast fashion. So a little bit of a small biz effort, as well as like, I love plants, I love monsteras, and we were at Plants Alive Makers Market. So it just feels kind of nice to commemorate the experience with this, and thank you, hubby. Hyperhidrosis is a little flared up this morning. I mean, I think it is mainly because our air conditioner is going on and off because of how freaking hot it is outside. August hopefully will be a cooler month, but we'll see. Even though I was so happy after the Makers Market, I essentially was so exhausted. I mean, I came back all the way from Maryland to Silver Spring that night. It was just a lot of moving parts, and I did feel burnt out. I felt pretty burnt out Monday, and Tuesday still kind of felt like I was recovering. Also, there's just like a lot going on with work too, so I feel like my personal life, my professional life, it's just kind of like melding, and I knew this was going to happen. Okay, let me set the expectation that I knew that eventually, like my personal life and my work life, I think because I love to prioritize work, that it does kind of like mesh, not always in the best way with my personal life. And that's essentially what happened. I'm about 3 months into my new full-time job. On top of that, I've gotten into a very consistent YouTube schedule, as well as I've still been able to post TikToks and Instagram Reels. So I'm glad that it's kind of happening now rather than later. In the middle of the week, I would say I was like pretty up and down. Like Wednesday was like I was happy, I was low, I was everywhere, I was tired. Justin, my husband, is very supportive when I kind of like get into like an overwhelmed state. He's really good at kind of like calming me down and making me kind of sit and stop and reflect on like, am I doing too much? And yeah, I feel like I've gotten a lot better. Like in the past, I would probably just hit like an insane wall and feel kind of like depressed, like I couldn't do anything because there's just too much to do. So the timing right now I think is perfect because at my 90-day mark, I'm starting to feel like better and more in tune with work and what's going on. On top of that, I feel like I've been balancing and figured out what works, what doesn't work for my personal life, my YouTube channel, my business management for influencers. I mean, I feel like I do a lot. I don't always talk about and share what I do, but hey, that's what YouTube and you are here for. When I started this YouTube channel, I really did want to be more transparent about like life, what goes on. It's been hard because I keep a lot of things personal to myself. I don't necessarily tell all of my friends and even my family like all the different side hustles that are going on and I'm managing and doing. This week was tough because I essentially was like, oh, okay, I need to FaceTime one of my best friends, Kevin. And I literally kept moving my calendar reminder, my calendar block to FaceTime him every single day of this week, and now it's Friday. Still haven't called him. Kevin, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. Definitely owe him a drink. I've chosen to prioritize kind of like my personal life, things that matter really to me, and for that, that's YouTube, as well as my full-time job, my family, all that good stuff. Anyways, I'm struggling, but it is Friday, which is the best day of the week. It's August, so we still got summer hours, which means I should be able to wrap up work on time / early today. We're done, I think at like 1:30 technically, but in general, I usually get off at like 2, 3, sometimes 4, and the one time I did at 5, I think it was just because like a lot going on and needed to catch up with a bunch of things throughout the week. That's what I like about summer hours though. It's not so much like, oh, everyone's off by like 2. It's actually more like a lot of the work and even our clients sometimes get a little quiet, which is great because then you kind of have time to work on whatever internal things you need to do. For me, it's kind of like taking the time to get reorganized, get set for the next week, and make sure that we did everything we needed to this week. I'm a senior account manager, so I feel like if I'm not organized, that's like kind of my job. But hard to be organized and take in all the onboarding and then try to like figure out what works, what doesn't work. Anyways, I'm rambling on about too many things. I want to eat this breakfast and start my day, so let's get eating. 3:06 p.m. I'm stopping work. I'm actually in a really good place. We got a lot done, had a very productive day. It just feels really good to like finally feel like I checked off almost everything off of my professional to-do list for today. So I think I'm gonna have a great acupuncture session and I'm about to head over now. I'm gonna take you guys along with me. I don't know if I'm going to film like me getting the needles put in or whatever, so we'll have to see. Bye-bye. See you later, little boy. Okay, goodbye. See, he's so upset. Oh, goodbye, baby.